it's getting interesting. The Arizona real estate market is getting interesting, and we have the data to show you why. Hi, my name is Nicole Black, your Arizona Realtor, and we're going to dive into the Crumford Market Report. We're going to skip the articles this week. I was going to go over some stuff about the interest rates and all that, but we'll do that next week because I want to show you the information for Arizona specifically that is starting to get interesting. So let's dive into the numbers. Okay, we're going to start off with our active listings, but we're not going to jump right to the last 4 years. Instead, we're going to take a spread and look at 2024, 2023, and then 2016 and 2014. So 2024 is the light blue right here. And you can see an unusual and unexpected jump over the last 2 days, taking us almost to 22,000 listings. We had overtaken the 2016 and 2015 lines, and now we have to go back to 10 years to 2014 to find a year with more supply in early to mid-November. So you can see right here in our 2024. Now, why is this significant? Well, we like to always look at where were we last in supply. Like, for example, this past January, we had less active listings than we did in 2023. But now we've overtaken that. And when we should be going down in listings again, we're actually going back up. So we have seasonality that in mid-November to the end of the year, usually we start to go down in listings. But as you can see here, we've had an uptick going up in active listings. And that is unusual and that is unexpected. Now, is it just a blip in the matrix in the world right now? Maybe. So we're going to definitely keep an eye on that. Okay, now we're going to jump to our active listings weekly count like we normally do with the last 4 or 5 years. So you can see here is 2020 is the brown. The bottom right here was 2021 when we were at our lowest supply ever, I think, possible. It was crazy. And then you have your 2022 where towards the end of the year, we picked up. But did you see, look at this, in November, look what happened. Even in 2022, when we picked up with so much inventory, we went back down from mid-November to the end of the year. But if you can see here, just what we were talking about, the violet line, the purple line, we are on an uptick for active listings, even though seasonality we usually go down. So this is going to be really interesting what happens in the next couple weeks. Then let's look at the other half of the equation. What's our supply look like? What are our listings under contract? Who's actually putting their money where the mouth is and buying these houses? So as you can see in 2024, we have been the lowest amount of sales that we have been in the longest time. We kind of came up a little bit here and now we're just still hovering on a really, really low spot. We're not as low as 2023 at this time, but I mean, relatively, we're still very low. So our sales are low and our inventory is increasing. What does that mean? We must be in a buyer's market. Not exactly yet, kinda. So I don't want you to get too excited because the people are selling right now. If you're one of them, or you just did, you're gonna understand this. You're holding the line. You are. Yes, our sellers in Arizona are holding that line. They are not budging much on their prices, especially if a home is priced, I would say, within a fair market comparable range, right? So if they've come to the market and they're not 200,000 over what it could even appraise for, which some of these houses have done. So when you see these huge price cuts, make sure you talk to a realtor, make sure they actually know the comp, or from them what the comps in the area are, so that $200,000 drop in price really maybe just made it fair or high fair market value. So just make sure you look into those huge price drops, like why did they happen? But the sellers are holding the line, and I'll show you why. Right here, the monthly median sale price. It is just floating since June of 2023 right here. So we are at a median sale price at $449,000, and we have just gone teetered around that area for such a long time. It's been over a year, and even though interest rates have gone up, inventory is going up, demand is going down, these prices aren't just falling. They're not even really correcting too much. They're correcting a little bit. We're seeing more seller concessions. I'll show you. We're seeing price adjustments, but we're not seeing this huge drop in all the prices. And especially, remember, real estate's hyper focused. So where are you looking? Like, for example, Scottsdale is still in a baby seller's market, where you got Buckeye is in a full on buyer's market right now. So again, it's very specific. And when we look at these averages on the Crumford Market Report, that's 17 major metro cities coming together. So again, but as you can see, you can still see the trend is that prices aren't just crashing and falling, even though we've got supply going up, demand going down. And then here you can see the number of price changes per week. They're definitely still happening, but they're not skyrocketing. Like even in 2022, there were so many more price changes that's still not happening. And then in addition, the seller concessions, those are happening. So we're not seeing prices come down dramatically. We're more seeing sellers giving concessions. So 52% of the houses that closed in November of 2024 up until this point in this week had seller concessions. So if you are buying, make sure you know this information. If you were selling, understand these buyers are going to come and ask for probably for a different price. And then also they're going to want some seller concessions at the same time. Now you might be asking yourself, well, are people just taking their houses off if they don't sell and just canceling their listings? Not really. As you can see, we are not at the peak of 2022, nor even 2023 right now. So we're kind of not at a peak of canceling the listings, but what's happening is they're actually riding out the journey with their listings and more just letting them expire. So you can see right here in 2024, we're in the pink line. At this time, within the past 4 years, we are at the highest expired listings that aren't selling than we are even just canceling them. And you can also see that reflected in the listing success rate. So that has been slowly going down throughout the year. And you can see we're at the lowest point. I want to go over just two more things. So hang on, that are interesting, that are, again, making this an interesting time in the real estate market. Not only are our prices for our median sale price holding, but so are our rents. So as you can see here, since about 2021, 22, we have just been steadily hanging at our rents, and they have not really been coming down. Now, this is interesting. And when I say it's just interesting, it's not a major, tick or anything like that, but the notice of trustee sale by month is still very relatively low. We're still way down here. We've gone up only a little bit since the 2021 era, and it's been pretty steady. Overall, if you look past in history, this is actually very low, and there's no little tickers going up or anything like that. It's being pretty consistent. But you can see the trustee deeds, though, have a little bit of an uptick. I mean, this is not dramatic. This is not something to be like, oh my goodness. But it's something, it's different. It's a little bit of, like we said, where those active listings went up pretty fast past like 2-3 days, which is not seasonally normal for this time of year. This has happened too, and this has not been seen for a long time. As you can see, it's been pretty steady. And I'm not just saying, because like this one right here, we had the little uptick in May of 2023, but then right back down. But this has been kind of having a trend of increasing. Now, you might ask yourself, why would that be different than the notice of trustee? Well, trustee of deeds, they can differ because the borrower could cure their debt. They could actually just take care of it. Maybe something happened and they got some financial money and took care of it. Or they could sell it on their own. They could actually gone ahead, take care of the debt, sold it, walked away from it, and been fine. Or they could have talked to their lender and redid some program, like something with the program, their loan, or something with them. Just work something out with their lender. But that has been on the rise versus the notice of trustee. So whether you're a buyer or a seller in this market right now, please, please, please know the market, know the area that you're buying, know what has sold within the past 3 to 6 months. Please do not go back a year. You can, But don't bring that too much into this point right now because this market is not the same as it was a year ago. It's not the same as it was 2 years ago. So go back the last 3 to 6 months, know what has sold, know what's pending, and know what's out there for sale. So you have to know all the elements and also note that prices have been coming, had a little bit of a change, but where majority we're seeing the changes in those seller concessions being more and more consistent. They're at 52%. Also, keep an eye on those interest rates. Right now, the consensus has been that everyone feels like it's going to probably be in the sixes somewhere till about 2025, 2026. That we're not going to fluctuate much from that because we have to get inflation under control. And if it goes down too quickly, then we could just go and lose inflation, get out of control once again. But, who knows? They said that the rates were going to drop like 7 times, I think, in 2024 or something, and that got corrected, and that didn't happen. So we'll keep an eye on the interest rates and especially our inventory, our supply, and our demand in Arizona because, like I said, it's gotten interesting. If you have any questions, comments, please always feel free to reach out to us. You can call, text, email, comment below, wherever your preferred communication is. We will get back to you. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this, don't forget to like and subscribe because this is what we do. We keep you informed on Arizona real estate and wherever you are in the world today. I hope you're doing absolutely amazing. And never forget, we are always here for you.